Alright, guys, so I'm alone right now. Alright, guys, I'm almost alone. But today, Goose. Alright, guys, today, Goose, we're gonna be talking about some stuff. So, Goose, backrooms. We're gonna be talking about backrooms. Alright, Goose. And the meanings of I don't even know who that guy is. I just waved at him. It's like this. Let's see. Watch. See, it's a nice truck, but that's what it is. We're going to be talking about some meanings of backrooms and liminal spaces. And the meanings of that stuff. Right? Because I'm not going to do all of them, though, because unfortunately, I don't know all of them. I don't know all the meanings, but hopefully soon I do. Right, guys? So yeah. Alright, number one. So we're gonna be going non-order because there's a lot that are on my mind. I want to go with the rarest pool rooms. So guys, it's a pretty weird name, but the pool room part of the name is not weird. Right? Because there's literally a bunch of rooms that they're just like pools. And, of course, the creepy part about it is that you're alone. Because it feels super peaceful, alright? And because it's completely silent, because I was wrong, it's actually not completely silent. So if you get lucky enough, you'll get so peaceful that soon music will start to play, like soft, some sort of instrumental, dreamy music. Records will start playing. But not immediately when you get in there. It's a rare coincidence for it to start immediately when you get in the OAS pool rooms. Records, yeah. But because this is a definitely nice pool room because it gets pretty crazy. Because listen, food and drinks are very easy to find. And yeah, so if you want to look around, you'll eventually find some. Yeah. Sounds pretty similar to level heaven, but not even close. Because literally everything you want in the whole world will appear there. Because yeah. Because and then we got how it's really easy to sleep. Those, like, you know how like white little sleeping beds, like they're not like where you put your towels on, and they're like plastic. They're laying all over and around the pool rooms. So good, and it's very easy to fall asleep on them supposedly. So yeah, guys. And yeah, because here's the creepy part. Like, I'm begging you, whoever, if you guys hear, if you're like out of the water, and the lights start flickering, do not step in the pool. And if you hear splashing, do not look on whoever's splashing, for your own sanity and your own safety too. Because something bad could happen to you. Goose. It could be a death. Death could occur to you, Goose, if you do that. Yeah. And Goose, yeah, death could occur in this situation, and if you do that, Goose, then or you get injured. Goose. So yeah, just please be aware of that. All right, number 2. I forget what this level is called, but it's a pretty rare level, I think. Because there's a FedEx truck, pretty cool. Because yeah, it's pretty loud. Normally they're not that loud, but whatever. Pretty cool though. Kind of rare. Because yeah, just like how this level is rare pretty much. The long, narrow, red, yellow hallways that seem to never end. Because they're old moist wallpaper on the walls and ceiling create a moist, almost humid, hot feeling when you're in the area, when you're in the hallway. Because the hallway keeps the walls start to close on you the farther you go. Because there seem to be some monsters / entities in that level. So be aware. Just like the Ohio pool rooms, there's entities and monsters in that level as well. Because these aren't ordinary levels, right? Because these are more liminal spacey type levels. That's why a lot of these levels you barely have heard of, and probably maybe even didn't even know of them at all. It's because most people know more about backrooms than liminal spaces. Trust me, they're two different things. Right, guys? Two different things. Because soon I'll explain to you guys about how they're two different things. Right, guys? Because you can also let me know if you already know before I told you. Because anyways, but I didn't tell you, so yeah. Because so it goes on to the next level. Let me try to think of one. I didn't really script this or keep in mind of exactly what I'm gonna do before I do this video or talk about. So goose. So it goes alright. So it goes I think some of these levels I don't know the names of, but I can describe them for you. This is extremely rare backrooms liminal space level where there is this house, right, Goose? And this barely happens. This is one of the most rarest levels, right, Goose? This is a house in the middle of nowhere, and this level, and it's red. It's almost like giving you FNAF 4 vibes, right? Because FNAF 4 for the intro of it, the sky's all red too, right? Because it was blood red. And around this area, there's this house, and this house, when you look at it, there's this one window that has a light on inside, and that one window, the inside it, is just yellow and orange lights, and they're misty, right? But whatever you do, do not knock on the door or do not go in the house, because if you do that, something could happen to you, and whoever or whatever is in that house will attack you. Because this is incredibly important that you listen to my commands. Because even though I'm not your boss, I am the boss of what I'm talking to you guys about right now. So be aware of that, right? Because I'm just warning you. Because not many of us have discovered in this world, haven't discovered that what exactly happens happens when you break into the house or go into the house or knock on the door. Because we do know that people have went missing in the backrooms when they have done it. There have been some pretty terrifying stories, but since this rarely happens, aka barely happens, there hasn't been that much people that have discovered this extremely rare, coincidence level in the backroom / liminal spaces. Because just know that some historic stuff could happen to you. So I don't want to get to the details, but it is bad. Right, on to the next level. That's what that level means. So a lot of these levels, I'm not going to be saying the names of them because I'm not going to remember. Even though I am a backroom / liminal space expert. But and this is hallway, right? And this is on to the next level. This is a liminal space level again. There's this hallway, right? And the hallway smells awful. Awful, man. And whatever you do, you gotta try to find some stuff. Because the farther you go, the more it stinks. The more stronger that stinky smell gets. And it almost starts getting unhealthy for you. Because the more you go, the more biohazard it gets. And because biohazard, remember that word, because that's going to have to stick with you for the rest of this level explanation. Because you got to try to find some stuff, like I said before. And that stuff that you got to find is called biohazard equipment, like biohazard gas masks or in suits, because this is obviously, it's going to start not to be good for humans anymore, and this could cause death, passing out, heart attacks. I don't know what heart attacks means. I'm not mean to say that, because goose. Yep, goose. And goes, the good thing is about this level is that it isn't too hard to try to find this equipment. All it takes, maybe a couple of minutes. But sadly, a couple of minutes from now, when you're in the level, still searching for the equipment you need, it will start to stink up a lot. To the point where you might start to feel like you're going to pass out, but obviously you're not, because we've all felt like that before when we smelled stuff like that, but have we ever ended up doing it? No. But how to tell if you're not over-exaggerating like before, you gotta feel your head. Try to feel your head, and if you feel dizzy when you do it, then that is exactly when you know that the symptom is not lying. But here is the thing. You gotta remember this part. This is one of the most worst part about this whole thing, and not many people survive. The only biohazard thing that you find within the couple minutes, like I said, is the bodysuit. That is it. You don't find a mask. It takes you another 10 minutes. It was never even 10 minutes yet, but it takes 10 minutes to find the next product you need. And that there, my friend, is the gas mask, the biohazard gas mask that goes along with the biohazard suit. And because this is the most extremely important part. Because your breathing tubes are up there. They start up there. Your mouth, your nose, maybe even your eyes might need to be protected. Because you guys are probably wondering, what is the smell coming from? Well, when you start to think about it a little bit more, it starts to become obvious. Human flesh. And please, I beg of mercy, whoever's watching this and has access to this channel, do not delete this video. It may be disturbing, but right now I could be saving someone's life. Because if anyone is watching this video and is like, the backroom little space aren't real, think again, because people have really went missing, and people have found out later on in their life that they were in the back rooms, aka liminal spaces. Right, guys? So this is a extremely important video, aka vital video, and this cannot, in any circumstance, be copyrighted and be deleted, because this is a very extremely important video for your sanity / safety. Right, guys? So just be aware of that. Because I am a good person, which means I want to save people and save their sanity and safety. Because, like I said before. Because, anyways, back to what I was saying about this level. Yeah, because the worst part is that, actually, no, this is not the worst part yet, but I'm gonna get there really soon. When you finally find all of the products, keep messing up. So, because when you're trying to find a gas mask after you're done putting on the biohazard suit, well, you're gonna start feeling the symptoms. Like I said before, feel your head, feel feel this. Like this is their forehead. Just feel that, right? Just feel that when you start feeling like you're gonna pass out again. Because when you do that again, like I said, and you start feeling the symptoms, dizziness and a headache, maybe even a fever if it gets worse, then the symptoms are not lying. Like I literally said that before, right? Yeah, symptoms cannot lie. That's not a thing. That's not possible. Because keep in mind of that. Right? I'm just telling you, keep in mind of that. And because I'm telling you, there's no turning back at this point. Because this smell, it's going to follow you. Not actually. Because not actually. This is going to seem like it because how strong of a smell this is. Your mind is going to keep tricking you, thinking that you keep smelling the same exact strongness of that smell. Causing you to maybe even puke. If it gets worse. Right? Because 9 minutes of you still looking for the biohazard gas mask. Right now, you're feeling like you're about to puke and collapse to the ground. Probably when you collapse to the ground, you'll either die or pass out. But the good thing is about this is that there's a very low chance that you'll die when you pass out. More likely, you're just gonna pass out or just lay there. Forgot to mention just the lay there part. Because So guys, just to let you know, when you finally find on minute 10 of your search for the biohazard gas mask, you find it laying right next to the wall of the hallway. Super long hallway that probably never ends. Or actually it does, but I'll get to the point when it ends. So just put it on. 20 minutes or so, if you're still walking in the same hallway, you're completely saved. You're not feeling anything. You're feeling kind of okay, but from your last experience, you still feel a little nauseous, but it's starting to go away because you don't smell it anymore, obviously, because you have your whole suit on. Because the terrifying, most horrible part, like I said before, the smell is coming from human decay. AKA human flesh. Again, don't delete this video. This is really important. Not copyright also, like I said before. I'm repeating it because this is really important rules. And this is a really important video too. I want you guys to remember that. Even if you just don't, I'm repeating it so you guys really know not to do it. Because I'm chewing gum right now if I sound like that. Because 20 minutes or so of you walking, you start to see human corpse. You start to see the corpses on the ground at the end of the hallway. Because you have the urge to puke even though you have all your equipment on that is necessary. Because here's the thing. There is going to be a process. So, because I've got to mention to you, but the floor of the what feels like never-ending hallway, but it is, obviously. It was, we're literally at the end right now. But, because the floor of the hallway is a greenish bluish carpet that is extremely moist and wet and damp. This is gross, right? Because it's absolutely disgusting. Because it reminds me of level 0. It's not really considered, level 0 is not really considered a part of the liminal space backroom family, but still similar because it's a red carpet floor and it's wet, moist, damp, and yeah. Because the bodies will eventually start to evaporate. That's how gross the ground is. You start to melt onto the carpet. Absolutely freaking horrible, but because what are they dying from? Well, like I said before, this specific level does have monsters, right? So that's what they died from. But hey, you made it. What now? Why do you not see any monsters? Huh. Do you remember that you have to walk back to your starting point? You're probably not going to survive. And there's really no other weapons left. And just to let you know, you already know, this is a very deadly, very, very deadly level, because there is a vent. And when you see that vent, immediately crawl. Open the vent and close it. And crawl as fast as you can until you make it to safety. And that is actually the true last level of liminal space backwards. And that right there is level 3944,000. Bye, Goose.